This is V for Victory. Our group is J₃A. It includes myself, Ángel, Jimmy Peña, Jonathan Cordova, and Jacob McCann. The V for Victory Foundation is a nonprofit organization that aims to help families that are affected by cancer. These organizations, such as V for Victory, were founded after a business owner's son was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia and realized how it affected his family. Due to that unfortunate situation, something great came out of it. And the foundation is currently being ran by one person, Ms. Jacqueline Ohlrich, who intends to help all the families in the Jacksonville area who might be afflicted by anything such as cancer. And today we're going to go ahead and give you a brief overview of the implementation that she will use to run V for Victory.
Thanks, Ángel. So the relevant problems that our client has had is that she doesn't have a built system. She takes her information from 2 Google form sheets, one from a family and then one from a business. And then she also has Excel spreadsheets where she gets that information from the Google forms and then puts it in Excel. This turns out to be very complex for her, and she started color coding and labeling important information inside the spreadsheet. And so what we aim to do is basically synchronize this into one big database for her so that she can easily look over this information. So requirements gathered. These include forms of the families and businesses that she contacts. And with these, there are a couple of important use cases that are covered between these 2 forms. One is service request management, business management, family management, and then also user account management, because she did say she will have volunteers and or employees in the future. So we just wanted to keep that in mind. I'm going to hand it off to Jimmy now, and he's going to speak about our technologies and platforms.
Thank you, Jonathan. So for implementing the solution that the guys have been talking, we decided to go with the front-end, back-end stack of platforms. We're going to deploy these mainly into Microsoft Azure. That's where the site is going to reside for the hosting solution. For the backend, we decided to use Node.js. Node.js is an open source platform for backend implementation. And it's really nice to work with Node.js when we are using Angular, which is what we chose for the front end. Angular is also based on TypeScript, which at the end is also based on JavaScript, like Node. And both of them combine really well to accomplish what we want to do for V for Victory.
When our client goes to access the system we've created, she'll be presented with the login form. Our login system is fairly robust and even includes a forgot password system to ensure that any user that might be locked out of the system will have access to the system. We have 2 levels of authentication. We have a volunteer and an admin. Today we'll be showing you primarily the admin side because volunteers are essentially the same, they just have more limited functionality. The first thing you'll see is the dashboard. The dashboard is useful for her because it gives her a very quick and easy glance at quickly the ability to approve families as well as the ability to approve businesses. Businesses and families each have the option to sign up, and when they do so, they're sent to this page where they can be quickly approved with the click of a button. This business has now been approved in the system and can now begin distributing service to the families. We also have a table where we can see all the services that have been requested for the month, which will be helpful for her to see more information at a glance. Let's go ahead and take a look at the volunteers page. The volunteers in the system are anyone who has a user account. They would have different roles and different abilities depending on the role. There are an administrator and a volunteer, as previously discussed. So administrator profile, as we even have a profile picture system here, so you can keep an eye on what beautiful people we have on our team, as well as her own. And of course, volunteers would only have the option to view, not edit. Let's take a look at the business page. This is every business that's currently active in providing service in V for Victory. Businesses have multiple options with them. We can click to view the business itself and at a glance see the logo, the social media links, as well as every service that this business has provided for the month. We can also edit the businesses and disable them temporarily if some need arises. For instance, they won't want to provide a service for the month. So let's go ahead and disable New York. Looks like that one's already been disabled. Let's go ahead and disable feature 23. Now, feature 23 is no longer able to be used for service requests. We can also edit the category of the businesses in the event that one of them needs to have a change. The family page is a list of all families that are currently receiving service through V4Victory. The ones that have yet to be approved show as pending, and the ones that are approved show as approved. These can be viewed with a checklist for options for the family, depending on when it's approved, as well as a notes category for in the event that we want to leave a note for the family. Note appears here with the time and the user. We can also make families inactive in the event that they no longer receive service for whatever reason. Family is no longer in service. Finally, let's take a look at the requests page. When a family makes a request for service, they will use a form like this. They will need to enter their email to log in. If they enter an email that's not in the system, they'll be presented with an error. But if they put an email that is in the system, they'll be presented with a service request list. This is a list of all businesses that are currently active and offering service. They can also leave a note. And when they click to make the request, they will be sent to the dashboard. This is the most recent request from Doe Financial. They have the option to view the profile of the family, as well as the profile for the business. And once the service has been made, they can either fulfill the request, entering a dollar value, or deny the request to leave it for someone else. This has been a very brief overview of our system. Hope you enjoyed.
As we look to the future, we share our excitement with Jacqueline that we will continue to work with her side by side even after we graduate and make sure that this website continues to function on a day-to-day. We believe that the work that we have done has been completed for now, but as she continues to scale up and continues to help the families in Jacksonville and hopefully interact with new businesses in Jacksonville, she will still need us to make sure that the website is fully functioning and she's able to assist all the families that she would like to. And that would be all. Hopefully you enjoyed the presentation.